Chapter 4, The Portable Therapist. What makes this world so crazy? We are living in a time when the numbers of people who exhibit serious problems with life exceed the numbers who are living well. And you all know what I'm talking about out there. Perhaps it is time to turn from perceiving the individuals as a problem and refocus on their training. The world is crazy because we have had crazy training on how to be. Through the TV, radios, and newspapers, folks, through religions, through governments, all of it. The world is crazy because we have had crazy training on how to be, how to live, and what is important. Our Western culture has adopted a model which can be thought of as a doing model. It can be conceptualized as straight line because it clearly is clearly linear in the focus. It is work-related, as comes from the early American work ethic. And the model is orientated toward achieving goals and gaining external rewards, i.e. houses, cars, everything material, folks. The beginning of the model, the straight line, is birth. And then each step forward is marked by achievements. And you know how that works. Okay. Each step forward means obtaining something new. A degree, a promotion, a marriage, a bigger house, more cars, more wealth, and on and on and on. Each step can be quickly compared to the one before, which is less, and to reach until one gets to the end, which is not death, but retirement. Then this model stops, as it is not interested in life without work. This model implies that life is work. Yeah, and that's what we're being fed, folks. The very nature of this model, as determined from its underlying philosophy, means that it is competitive, judgmental, achievement-orientated, and externally rewarded system for living. The problem is that this may be a model for one aspect of life, the career focus for the person, but it is a terrible model for all aspects of life. It seems that this is what has happened. We have generalized one model to cover all of life. We have become goal-orientated, competitive, judgmental, externally focused, and lost without work in our spiritual, emotional, interactive, and physical spheres. No wonder the world feels so crazy and why we feel so lost. Okay, now you all know out there that is what is happening all over the news. 24/7. You can't get away from it. It comes into through your computer, through YouTube, through your TV, through your phones now. That's why it's so crazy. And it's all goal-orientated. And I just read you the whole thing about this goal orientation, right? We have been trained to have newer cars, bigger houses. And guess what? The more stuff you got, it doesn't make you any happier. That's why, that is why millionaires commit suicide. Rush Limbaugh just died, right? I made a video of it. The guy had everything you could even imagine, but was he really happy? Okay. And he was made famous because of the TVs, radios, and newspapers. Okay, but this book gets into all this stuff, right? And you can never make yourself happy by having more stuff. Okay. Okay, so I'll continue on here. What is needed to stop blaming ourselves for inappropriate training and to begin utilizing another model for living? Far Eastern philosophies and religions have developed a centuries-old model which can be conceived as the model of being. Think of this model as a circle which spirals inward without any beginning or end. There is no better place to be on this model. Just as being on, it is enough. As a matter of fact, being is enough. Because it is circular, this model continually recycles, meaning that you can return to where you have been before. But because it spirals inward, you are never in exactly the same place as before. You are constantly changing, and everything you perceive is seen as if for the first time with your changed eyes. Because there is no known end, there can be no goal in getting to the end. Thus, the journey is the goal. It is being on the path, not the final destination, that is important. And there is no competition, because where you are on the model is where you are and not comparable to where anyone else is. Do you understand what this book is saying? We have been trained all wrong, folks. Okay? We are all in the right spot at the right time. Okay. There is no judgment because there is no one judging. This then becomes a model of acceptance. The Western model of doing, and we're talking about the United States here, folks, probably Canada, you know. The Western model of doing is paradoxical model, and most people hope to achieve goals that are not obtainable with the model, because most of us don't have the money to obtain all the goals that we're constantly being told about on TV. Okay? The goals of peace and balance and inner power are found within the Far Eastern model of being. Okay? Now they're saying the Far Eastern model. Okay? But it's called living in the moment, folks. Live right now for where you are and be happy with what you have right where we're at right now, even if you're going through a terrible thing. Just as long as you have food, water, and shelter, okay, you can be happy. Okay, because in the moment, right, wherever you're at, you can be happy just as long as you're alive, because we still have a chance, right? The model of being requires some training because it is the opposite of the more familiar doing model. However, this is Far Eastern model does not need to be the only model in your life. You can use a Western doing model for some areas of your life, such as education, career advancement, and the use of the being model for the rest of your life. One warning, use of the being model can become addictive in a very positive manner. A certain amount of trust and a small leap of faith are required to jump off the doing model and experience the other, which is being. Okay? Remember, you can always jump back. You can always choose to go back to what you know. But first, please ask yourself if it worked for you. Do what you need to do to stop the craziness. If the answer is no, take the leap. I'm taking the leap. And this book helped me take the leap, folks. And I'll have another chapter for you. Have a great day.